Shower activity throughout our areas this morning with a wet first day of spring ahead. I'll get you prepared for what's to come.
Coming up in news, a Kennewick business was left damaged after a suspected burglary early Sunday morning. Can you identify the people who may be responsible? And the National Fire Protection Association is facing a lawsuit, claiming the agency required potentially cancer-causing chemicals in firefighter protective equipment. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Good Monday morning to you, Jill.
Yes, and happy first day of spring.
I know, we have 9 hours or so before we hit spring. Oh, I can't, it's been a long winter.
Yes. Yes, it has.
And we have a very spring-like day to talk about. Let's take a look outside, Legend Skycam Network, and we do have showers throughout all of our areas. You are going to wake up to a little bit of wetness this morning. And these showers will have legs lasting at least until the middle of your afternoon. We have snow also in the Blue Mountain region. So just a little bit of showers. We could see up to ½ an inch of rain for Pendleton, Walla Walla, or other areas, possibly up to ¼ inch. And we could see the showers persist into our overnight period for Yakima and Kittitas. I'll get to that in a bit. We are a bit cooler from where we were for your weekend, especially on Saturday. We're in the lower 60s, upper 50s. Today, mid 50s for Yakima, off and on showers today. Tri-Cities area, mid 50s as well. Similar conditions. And over in Walla Walla, we could see just a little bit heavier rain for the Blue Mountain region today. Lower 50s today off of, again, 60 degrees over the weekend. So, folks, we have more sunshine to talk about, and winter is finally over this afternoon. I'll get you ready for your morning and your week ahead. My forecast coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. A Kennewick business is left with thousands of dollars in damage after it was broken into early Sunday morning. Take a look at these pictures of the suspected burglars. It happened at Snott's Car Wash on Washington Street and Columbia Drive. According to the owners, these men first showed up at 12:30 Sunday morning, looked around the business, left, then returned about 2 hours later. The owner says the money box was taken with an undisclosed amount of cash. If you have any information, call Kennewick Police. A Milton Freewater man is facing charges after authorities say he was firing a gun and pointing it at vehicles in a trailer park. 30-year-old Luis Fregoso is facing charges of unlawful use of a weapon, disorderly conduct, theft, and reckless endangerment. Authorities say Fregoso allegedly was shooting a gun and pointing it at vehicles at the Locust Trailer Court on Elizabeth Street. Authorities from several agencies responded, and a deputy with the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office was able to get Fregoso to surrender. No one was hurt, and a gun reported stolen out of Walla Walla in 2018 was recovered. Authorities in Benton County continue to investigate a homicide in Findlay. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says the body of a man was found last Tuesday in the area of East 10th Avenue and U Street. Authorities say an autopsy shows the manner of death is homicide. The man's family was notified, but authorities have not yet released his identity. We will continue to update you as more information is available. Fire officials have not yet released the cause of a fire that destroyed 2 outdoor sheds in Findlay over the weekend. The fires happened Saturday afternoon in the 32,000 block of South Quinn Street, just off Findlay Road. Several witnesses reported the fire and say it may have started near a pump house on the property. The fire destroyed 2 sheds and damaged the outsides of 2 mobile homes. No one was hurt. Kennewick Fire also assisted on the call. And about an hour later, Benton County Fire District 1 was called to a brush fire on the southeast side of Hover Park along the Columbia River. Richland Fire District also responded to the call, and the crews were able to put out the fire quickly. It was determined 3 children between the ages of 9 and 12 had started the blaze. No one was hurt, and firefighters took time to talk with the children about the danger of playing with fire. Fire crews from Yakima County Fire District 5 had to battle 2 fires less than a mile apart over the weekend. The first call for help went out just before 1:30 a.m. Saturday to South Street in Wapato. Fire crews got to the scene quickly, but they were not able to save the house from being destroyed. They were able to save nearby structures. As they were working that scene, a call for help went out for another house on fire less than a mile away. That house was also destroyed, but neighboring structures were saved. The causes of the fires have not yet been determined. The National Fire Protection Association is facing a lawsuit that accuses it of requiring potentially cancer-causing chemicals known as PFAS to be used in protective equipment. The discovery of PFAS and its effects on people was made a few years ago, but the agency hasn't taken steps to make changes, according to the lawsuit. The NFPA administers safety measures and practices nationwide, but some firefighters say it isn't doing enough to keep people safe.
We do annual physicals and we test for carcinogens. We test for a number of different heavy metals, and that's always on our minds. I think all of us that are in this career are just waiting to get the report back from the doctor that we have cancer. We've normalized that deviance, we've accepted it, and now finally we're starting to point towards causes, and this could be the preeminent cause for firefighter cancers.
The lawsuit accuses the NFPA of conspiring with the companies that make this protective gear. At last check, the NFPA said it hadn't been served with the lawsuit, so they could not comment on it. A GoFundMe account has been set up for a Yakima family after a deadly head-on crash in Kittitas County. 40-year-old Justin Poole, his daughter 10-year-old Chelsea, and his wife's cousin 27-year-old Michaela Buckholt all died after the car they were in was hit head-on just outside of Cle Elum. Poole's wife Nicole and his son Maddox were also in the car and survived. They were taken to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. The GoFundMe will go towards funeral costs and medical costs. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. A months-long investigation led to police seizing more than 500 catalytic converters from 2 Kennewick businesses. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, investigators discovered catalytic converters were being moved to the Tri-Cities, specifically from a Moses Lake smoke shop to a Kennewick scrap metal shop and a catalytic converter business. It's not known right now if any of those converters were stolen, but investigators tell us a lot of the catalytic converters did come from the Moses Lake location.
At the 2 locations in the Tri-Cities, investigators seized 533 catalytic converters and some other evidence and brought those back to Ephrata for inventory and for trying to reunite catalytic converters with their owners.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office has the task of checking each catalytic converter and identifying if it's truly stolen or is legally up for sale. Happening tonight, the Pasco City Council will once again discuss retail sales of cannabis in the city limits. Once again, resolutions 4327 and 4328 are on the agenda. Resolution 4327 would allow for a proposition for an advisory vote on the next primary election, asking voters whether the regulation of retail sales of cannabis should be allowed within the city of Pasco. Resolution 4328 is requesting the retail cannabis sales be allowed in certain zones within the city. There is public comment before the resolutions. The City Council meeting is tonight starting at 7 p.m. at Pasco City Hall. We'll return in just a moment, but first alert forecaster Jason Valentine joins us live now for another look at weather.
It's the final few hours of winter as we hit spring this afternoon. It looks very spring-like with shower activity as you're waking up. All of your forecast that's coming right up.
And check your freezers. Several kinds of frozen fruit is being recalled after people became ill with hepatitis A. That fruit sold right here in stores in Washington. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
You two want to know the sex of the baby?
Yes.
No. Don't look.
The Good Doctor is Monday's feel-good hit.
My job is to mentor and teach you how to be a good doctor.
The Good Doctor, new tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
NexGard is the flea and tick protection that's #1 with vets. Your vet trusts it for her patients and her own dog. Plus, its delicious beef flavor is #1 with dogs. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Ask your vet about NexGard.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' compensation attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call toll-free 1-888-665-8630. Bothwell and Hamill.
We protect your house
Greg, we're doing it!
and your car.
We need to keep our energy up. I want to take me to Funky Town.
Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Join us for the Active for Life Senior Prom March 23rd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the Uptown Theater in Richland. There will be dinner, games, a photo booth, live music, and of course, dancing. Grab your favorite senior, put on your best Roaring 20s outfit, and dance the night away. We'll see you there.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
In your health headlines this morning, frozen strawberries sold at several stores in Washington have been tied to an outbreak of hepatitis A. Scenic Fruit Company is recalling its frozen organic strawberries sold under 5 different brand names, including Costco's Kirkland Signature and Aldi's Simply Nature brand. The company's organic tropical fruit blend that is sold at Trader Joe's is also on the recall. At least 2 people have been hospitalized. Hepatitis A is a contagious liver disease. If you have the product, you can return it for a refund. The maker of a popular powdered infant formula is voluntarily recalling one of its products. Perrigo Company is recalling some of its Gerber Good Start Soothe Pro powdered infant formula because it may be contaminated with bacteria. The formula was made between January 2nd and January 18th of this year. Perrigo opted for the recall out of an abundance of caution. Customers with the product should toss it out and they can ask the company for a refund. Experts say telehealth and social media are playing a significant role in driving demand for Ozempic, a drug used to treat type 2 diabetes. Diabetic patients rely on the medication to help control their blood sugar, but Ozempic also holds more than 40% of the U.S. market share of drugs that mimic an appetite-regulating hormone, helping people lose weight fast. Some experts believe the prescription weight loss drug market is also a part of what's driving Ozempic's popularity. Coming up, areas of California are being evacuated due to severe flooding. We take a look at some extreme weather conditions around the nation. And First Alert forecaster Jason Valentine returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep a flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of Purina around. Plus, all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service. We really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
Next, ET. We loved it. We're with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon bringing Air to Austin.
We're still working? Okay, good.
Plus, ET's at 90s Con. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KView. From Cap KView, Apple Valley Eats.
Horse Heaven is aptly named because of my wife's love for horses. Geographically, the Horse Heaven Hills. The beginning of the whole organization started right here in the brewery. We use lots of local hops, Northwest malts, of course, Prosser water. We started with the brewery, and in 2012 we bought a building adjacent to the brewery, 1912 building, old building here in downtown Prosser. And Horse Heaven Saloon, we have a real chef, Lori Kennedy, and you've seen some of her creations. We started in the restaurant business over there, and then we gradually added on. The next step that we added to the saloon was the parlor. We do private gigs up in the parlor. There's overnight rooms in the parlor. From the parlor, we created the game room. There's pool, there's a longboard shuffleboard, there is darts. So what we're trying to do is give people spaces to Prosser, to Eastern Washington. Cheers.
Post Falls Dam on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. Now, Cap KView First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. A nice morning so far. Spring hits this afternoon at 2:24. We've been waiting for it. We do have a wet Monday ahead. It's already wet, folks, and a touch cooler for this week. So let's take a look at the radar. We have plenty of shower activity, still pretty light throughout many of our cities, just on the periphery there for Yakima and Toppenish. Ellensburg, you're getting a bit of a break right now. We do expect this to continue into our evening hours. So here's what we're looking at right now as we move along, maybe a little bit of a break as we get to our morning hours, and that's just going to be up to Connell, it looks like, and sticking around in Ellensburg. And where this could stick is in our Ellensburg and Yakima areas into tomorrow morning, maybe just a little bit, but then we're going to be seeing clearing as we move along into the rest of our work week. So we just got to deal with the wetness today, and then we should be pretty nice. So here's our totals. We could be seeing up to a 1/4 inch of rain, Ellensburg, Yakima, Tri-Cities. Along the Blue Mountain region, you can see a little bit more, up to a 1/2 inch of rain. So a bit of wetness to start your work week. Things are going to be settling down. So current temperatures, the good news about the rain and the cloud coverage, keeping in that heat. We're in the mid to lower 40s right now. We haven't seen a morning this warm in about 3 weeks. So enjoy the morning, but we're looking at, again, right below or at our average for this time of year. For the Tri-Cities, it's 60. So we should be in the 50s. Could even see a couple of upper 40s, especially for the Ellensburg area as we move along in the week. So a little bit cooler, and we still don't see a massive cool down, or heat up in the next 3 weeks at least. So we're looking at slight winds throughout. We do expect to see winds possibly picking up by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. So it looks like between 15 and 20 mile per hour winds, could be up to 25 mile per hour for some of our areas, and then we'll slow back down into our weekend. So a little bit of wind to deal with as we move along into our next couple of days. So the Mariners home opener, and their opener in general, 10 days away. Baseball is almost here. Easter is 20 days away, 3 weeks from yesterday. And hey, the NFL draft right here on Cap KView ABC is 38 days away. So for our highs today, we are remaining a little chilly, a little off where we should be. Ellensburg still at 50, mid 50s for Yakima and Toppenish. For today in the mid-Columbia, mid-50s almost across the board, a little cooler in Connell, and along the Blue Mountain region we are in, let's just say the mid-50s, mid to lower 50s. So our 7-day forecast as we hit spring this afternoon, again on and off showers for Yakima and really all of our areas, and as we move into Wednesday, it looks to be our hot spot at 60 degrees. Then those winds, as we see a windy day Thursday and Friday, will be cooling down into our weekend at those lower 50s. Overnight lows, though, above the freezing level till we get to Thursday late night. In the Tri-Cities area, mid-50s for the next 2 days. Lower 60s Wednesday and Thursday, and then cooler as well to those mid-50s. We have a slight chance of a little bit of shower activity on Friday. We'll, of course, keep an eye out on that. And we do expect some snow into the Cascades in the Blue Mountain region as we get into the latter part of our week. So we'll keep an eye out for that for travelers. But folks, get ready for your first day of spring as it hits this afternoon, and do expect on and off showers through the evening.
Lake Tahoe continues to get snow showers, and it doesn't appear to be letting up anytime soon. The start of spring will bring about more snow as 2 more weather systems are forecasted to move through the region. One system will end tonight. The next will move in for Tuesday and Wednesday. Many who live in the area say the snow is welcome, with many hoping it will help with the ongoing drought. For people along the San Joaquin River, many areas have been evacuated due to severe flooding in the streets that has spilled over into homes. Those who don't want to leave are using boats to move through floodwaters. Some of the areas along the river are under mandatory evacuations. There is no timeline currently on when the water will begin to recede, and authorities say there is no timeline for people to return to their homes. California officials are considering using relief funds originally earmarked for COVID-19 to go towards flood relief. The farm worker community has been hit hard with severe flooding, and the $600 checks could help, but many say it won't be enough. There are also concerns people who don't live in the community will try to take advantage of the funding. Right now, local nonprofits are trying to help in any way they can with cash cards. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the Zags have made it to their 8th straight Sweet 16 dance. We take a look at the game and who they'll play next. That's coming up right after this.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
I came into this week setting parameters on ways to find love. Sex is off the table. My God, I said one thing and did another.
What is wrong with you?
Literally just want to go home.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Hospital bills are often a surprise, and not the good kind. But you may also be surprised to learn that you can get 50, 75, or even 100% off those bills. Thanks to a new law, there's a good chance you're one of the 4 million Washingtonians who qualify. Whether or not you have health insurance, the law requires hospitals provide the care you need at an affordable cost. So ask your hospital or visit affordablehospital.wa.gov to see if you're eligible.
Oh, I'll have another. Make it a double.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort,
This is much better in real life.
it matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe.
Hilton for the stay.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves.
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. It is 5:25. We're taking a live look at our radar, and we have shower activity throughout many of our areas. A little bit of a heavier cell going on in the Tri-Cities to Walla Walla. Off and on showers throughout your day as we hit spring this afternoon. All of your full forecast is coming up in about 15 minutes.
Well, the game wasn't perfect and it left a lot of fans on the edge of their seats, but the Gonzaga men pulled off a victory last night to advance to the Sweet 16 for the 8th time in a row. While they had a wide victory over Grand Canyon University Friday with an 82-70 win, last night they beat TCU 84-81. They struggled with shooting in the first half, but managed to make a comeback in the second half, led by Drew Timme. He finished with 28 points overall. The Bulldogs will face number 2 seed UCLA this Thursday in Las Vegas.
And a little bit of revenge for Gonzaga. They had one of their biggest, I don't want to call it chokes, but letdowns when they led UCLA by quite a bit back when they had Adam Morrison quite a few years ago, and they lost that game. So they're probably looking for a little bit of revenge against
I'm sure
UCLA.
they are.
Oh, can't wait.
Have you been able to watch much?
I missed the Gonzaga game.
Oh.
It started at 6:40
That's
last
the problem
night.
with getting up early.
Bit of a problem, but I saw plenty of basketball, so pretty happy with
Awesome.
that. All right, folks, quick look at our radar. I have your first alert weather forecast. We got some showers today as we enter spring this afternoon. That's coming up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we talk with Yakima's new airport director and what he thinks about the expansion proposal for the airport. Also, new this morning, what the week ahead looks like for ongoing banking crises as major banks announce coordination efforts. We'll be right back.
In today's Tech Bites, Meta Verified is now up and running. The subscription service allows users to add that blue check mark to their Facebook and Instagram accounts. It costs about $12 per month on the web and about $15 on mobile. There is a verification process to complete, and you have to be at least 18 years old. A new TikTok feature allows users to reset their For You feed if they don't find their recommendations relevant. Past interactions will be completely wiped out. Recommended videos going forward will be as though a user just signed up. The feature can be enabled from content preferences. And an update to YouTube Music allows users to automatically download recently played songs on Android. Premium subscribers just need to find the recently played songs toggle under Settings, Downloads, and Storage. It appears to be independent of the Smart Downloads feature. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Have a great day.
I used to wait to run my dishwasher till it was super full. Now, I dish differently. I run it daily. Weekdays. Weekends. Sometimes after a big snack. You might think that's wasteful, but it's not. Because even half loads use 80% less water than hand washing, saving up to $130 a year on utilities. And with Cascade Platinum Plus, you just scrape, load, done. So next time you're waiting to run it, just run it. Dare to dish differently.
Think he's posting about all that ancient Roman coinage? No. He's making real-time money moves with Merrill. So no matter what the market's doing, he's ready. And that's how you collect coins.
Your money never stops working for you with Merrill, a Bank of America company.
Want a worry-free way to kill bugs? Zevo traps use light, not odors or chemical insecticides, to attract and trap flying insects. They work continuously, so you don't have to. Zevo. People-friendly, bug-deadly.
In our last few hours of winter, you are waking up to some shower activity throughout most of our areas this morning with a wet first day of spring ahead. I'll get you prepared for what's to come.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the Washington Senate is considering a bill that would allow for duplexes and fourplexes to be built around the state. What that means for us in the Valley. And tensions are running high across the nation, especially in Washington, D.C., as a looming indictment is on the brink for former President Trump. The latest on that and more local headlines. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. And we've made it to spring, almost.
Yes, almost.
Yes.
And I'm excited about it.
You're dressed for the day.
I'm going to dress for spring now. I'm ready.
Well, it is about time, and a long winter is finally coming to an end. Let's take a look outside our beautiful Legend Skycam network. Remember, we see daylight just after 7 o'clock due to that time change last week. But folks, we have shower activity to talk about, widespread throughout our areas, and we do expect on and off showers for your Monday into the evening hours. So we're keeping a close eye on that. So you're going to have some wetness as you get up, but good news, you have warmer temperatures this morning as well. So for the Yakima region, you're looking to be around a little below average, mid-50s for today. And again, we hit spring in the 2 o'clock hour this afternoon. Mid-50s as well for the Tri-Cities. Again, on and off showers expected. Over in Walla Walla, we could see a little bit more shower activity for Walla Walla and Pendleton. We expect about 1/4 inch for most of our cities, but could see up to 1/2 inch of rain for Walla Walla and Pendleton. So folks, we're looking to be much nicer as we move along in our first week of spring, as we move along into tomorrow and especially into our weekend. Look forward to telling you about that in my full forecast, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. The city of Yakima finally has a new airport director, almost a year and a half after the previous one left. The city's been pushing to have the state pick YKM as the location for the state's preferred airport, which would involve expanding the terminal and adding back passenger rail service. The new director, Robert Hodgman, has more than 2 decades of military aviation experience and a decade working in WashDOT's aviation division. He says he's in favor of that expansion.
There's a lot that the community has to offer. And so I think, if rail service could be restored, and that was a pleasant part of a trip, I think that there are many that would actually choose to come to Yakima.
Hodgman says he's confident that he can show people just what the Yakima Valley has to offer. Lawmakers in the state Senate are considering arguments on a proposal that would allow duplexes and fourplexes in more neighborhoods across the state. House Bill 1110 would require cities with more than 25,000 people, like Walla Walla, to allow duplexes in all residential areas. Cities with more than 75,000 people, like Kennewick and Pasco, would have to allow fourplexes in all neighborhoods. Most of the testimony lawmakers heard last week was in favor of the proposal or from local authorities raising concerns and asking for changes without directly opposing the bill.
This bill isn't about building apartment buildings in the middle of residential neighborhoods. It's about building things like duplexes and triplexes and quads. It's the type of buildings that we at Habitat for Humanity build.
The City of Maple Valley is committed to updating our comprehensive plan to meet the goals of housing needs in the state. However, we believe housing needs should be regulated by local jurisdictions who better understand local needs.
This proposal is scheduled for a Senate committee vote on Wednesday. It has already passed the House. One potential solution getting national attention would be to turn office buildings into apartment buildings. With many people still working remotely after the pandemic, office space is often sitting empty. In many areas of the state, there's a huge need for housing. But it's not as easy as it might sound. Zoning laws, among other additions, can add a layer of pricey paperwork that can discourage developers.
If you look at the map of where this type of conversion is allowed, it's really a patchwork depending on when a building is built and where it is in the city.
We have to think differently, and we have to lean into how do we have a different approach to housing.
Despite the complications, building conversions are happening. In some areas across the country, city officials are asking the state government to sign off on tax incentives and trimming red tape to make the process easier and faster. Markets remain on edge after the second and third largest bank failures in U.S. history happened earlier this month. But as John Lawrence reports, the tension may soon be easing as a global effort to address the turmoil is underway.
Hours after UBS, Switzerland's largest bank, agreed to accumulate the ailing Credit Suisse in an emergency buyout,
the takeover of Credit Suisse by UBS is the best solution for restoring the confidence that has been lacking in financial markets recently.
The Federal Reserve and other global central banks announced a coordinated effort they say will, quote, enhance the provision of liquidity via the standing U.S. dollar liquidity swap line arrangements. In layman's terms, they want to keep credit available for households and businesses. But some analysts still have concerns and questions.
What happens to the rest of sort of these regional mid-sized banks in the United States? Are they going to face outflows this week? Are people going to be nervous about banks who are sitting on a lot of unrealized losses or banks who have a lot of uninsured depositors?
Goldman Sachs says there's a 35% chance of the U.S. entering a recession within the next year due to these banking problems. That's a 10% hike since the start of the crisis.
We don't know what's going to happen. We do know that financial instability threatens what has been a very strong economic recovery. And for that reason, we need to act forcefully and with clear communication to prevent any contagion in our financial sector.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
People with less than $250,000 or couples with $500,000 in a U.S. bank are insured by the FDIC and most likely have nothing to worry about. First Alert forecaster Jason Valentine is here with a look at your forecast.
Welcome to Monday, everyone. We're about to hit spring, but we have shower activity to talk about. I'll get you ready for your day, and my forecast is coming right up.
And we take a look at some national and international headlines this morning, and later we show you some local middle schoolers with some serious skills in the kitchen. We'll be right back.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
My son-in-law, Dr. Barrientos, and myself took over this practice in 2013. Our philosophy is that the power that made the body heals the body. As we remove the interference to the nervous system through chiropractic adjustments, then the body can take over and heal. We use several different techniques in our office. Many of our patients come to us after having minor pains and discomforts. Some are caused by falls, some are caused by motor vehicle accidents, work injuries. We treat all of those things here at our office and see very good response to those treatments.
So here at Westside Chiropractic Center, we offer Invisared, which is the only FDA-cleared IRB clinically proven device to provide weight loss reduction, fat reduction, and inch loss. And we are able to target fat, cellulite, stretch marks, and all that kind of stuff all in this matter of 12 sessions, which ends up helping you lose anywhere between about an inch per session. And we also offer spinal decompression, which is a mechanical traction of the spine. We help all kinds of people, anywhere from your soccer mom that's stressed out about the holidays to those poor people that are in a car accident or an LNI injury, so that they're able to continue to go to work or continue to function in society.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest air quality specialist. We offer filtration products for all your commercial, industrial, and manufacturing needs. From cooling towers to industrial dust collection systems, commercial buildings, schools, hospitals, or manufacturing facilities, we have you covered. Call today and schedule your free facility site evaluation. We'll send a certified air filter specialist to your site to evaluate your filter requirements. Call or click today. Pure Filtration Products.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello. Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up. Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
This newscast sponsored by the Working Family Tax Credit.
Welcome back. In your international headlines this morning, officials in Ecuador have lowered the death toll from Saturday's earthquake from 16 to 13. But the number of injured has risen to more than 460. In the province of El Oro, homes, schools, medical centers, and highways were damaged. The earthquake measured in at 6.8. The city's largest hotel was evacuated, many with nowhere to go. Government officials are working to get emergency funding to people and the military to offer security. Former Vice President Mike Pence says he does not like the idea of a potential indictment of former President Donald Trump. Saturday, Trump said he expects to be arrested Tuesday in the investigation into his alleged role of paying and covering up hush money to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump denies any wrongdoing and has called for supporters to, quote, protest and take our nation back, end quote. Coming up, how some gyms in the Tri-Cities worked to make Pasco a more beautiful place to live. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's next.
Post Falls Dam on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together.
Get 0 for 36 plus $2,000 trade-in cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape, only at your local Ford dealer.
Do you have a current vehicle loan or lease? Do you want a low financing rate? Do you want a new ride? If you've answered yes, then stop what you're doing and get to Steve Hahn today. Stuck in a loan or lease? Steve Hahn wants to get you released and into any new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV with over 500 to choose from. With zero down and as low as 1.9% financing even on used vehicles. Have a job clearing $350 per week? You're virtually approved today. SteveHahnAutoGroup.com.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Bard & Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Fred's Appliance has GE Profile appliances on sale with smart leading-edge features that make life a little easier.
Smart features and sophisticated designs to simplify your life.
Profile dishwashers are quiet, powerful, and offer flexible loading options.
Fred's has more kitchen packages than you'll find anywhere. Save on GE appliances with up to $2,000 in rebates at your local Fred's Appliance.
Fred's has appliances in stock and on sale. Stop in and see us today.
Join us for the Active for Life Senior Prom March 23rd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the Uptown Theater in Richland. There will be dinner, games, a photo booth, live music, and of course dancing. Grab your favorite senior, put on your best Roaring 20s outfit, and dance the night away. We'll see you there.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together.
Get 0 for 36 plus $2,000 trade-in cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. We're counting down the hours towards spring. It hits at 2:24 today in the afternoon. We do have a very spring-like day today. Plenty of wetness and a touch cooler this week, though we're going to be looking nicer as we get past today. So shower activity currently a bit of a heavier cell between Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, even the Pendleton area. We're seeing some light snow in the Blue Mountain region and some very light rain for the Yakima Valley, Toppenish areas and in Ellensburg. But we're going to see on and off showers throughout our day. As we move along in our morning, it looks like it's going to stick with the Tri-Cities and the Blues and then move up. But it looks like Walla Walla, Ellensburg areas are going to continue to have it in the afternoon, and then it's going to just move on past, though a little bit could come in your morning hours for Ellensburg, even into the early afternoon tomorrow. But then we're going to see clearing as we move along in our week. Much more sunshine than not after, well, at least we get through into tomorrow morning. So this is the totals that we expect. So for Yakima, Tri-Cities, and Ellensburg, up to 1/4 inch of rain, a little heavier along the Blue Mountain region, up to a 1/2 inch of rain. So some wetness out there. You're going to have some slick roads as you head out the door this morning. So as we move along in the morning, my goodness, we are warm, mid to lower 40s. That's about 10 degrees or so above what we saw all of last week. So a little warmer this morning, but again, we have those clouds kind of hanging out to hold in that heat. Now for our daytime highs, though we're warming up in our overnight lows, we're definitely just not there yet. We're just kind of hanging around or just below our average. For the Tri-Cities, average is 60 degrees. So for a week ahead, we're going to see a little bit of a push Wednesday and Thursday at or above our average. So for all of our areas, we're going to be seeing more or less 50s for our highs today, maybe even some upper 40s like for Ellensburg as we move along in our week. So a bit of a cooler week is ahead. Winds, not much of a factor at all this morning, and we don't expect winds to really start kicking up until we get to Thursday and Friday. We're going to be seeing quite a bit of wind, so right around 15 to 25 mile-per-hour winds, then it will slow back down into the weekend. So a bit of a blustery end of our work week. So it's our countdown for spring. Mariners opener, 10 days away. Easter, 20 days away, and we got that NFL draft on the way. Still over a month away, but it is on its way. So for today, our highs are going to be in the mid-50s for the Yakima Valley. Still hanging at 50 for Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, cooler today in the mid to lower 50s. Connell, a little bit off the rest of our cities. And over in the Blue Mountain region, we're in the mid to lower 50s as well. 7-day forecast for Yakima, we're going to be in those mid-50s through tomorrow. And then we're going to improve to 60 on Wednesday and then cool back down as we get into our weekend. So temperatures kind of all over the place for the week ahead, but more sunshine than not. Overnight lows above the freezing level till we get to Thursday late night. In the Tri-Cities area, mid-50s for the next 2 days, lower 60s Wednesday and Thursday, and then those mid-50s as we head into the weekend. We'll keep an eye on possible shower activity on Friday. We do expect some snow in the mountains if you are traveling over the Cascades or the Blues this weekend. So folks, get ready for, well, spring to hit this afternoon. We should be seeing on and off showers into the evening hours.
Richland Elementary students battled it out with their culinary skills at the 12th annual Sodexo Future Chefs Challenge at the Tri-Tech Skills Center. 11 elementary students took to the kitchen to create healthy dishes with a variety of flavors, trying to make even comfort foods like mac and cheese with a healthy twist. Fourth grader Jacob from White Bluffs Elementary School says the inspiration behind his dish is all in the family.
So this dish is called Ramen's Best Friend. I got the idea from taking some stuff from Pinterest, mixing of my ideas, my mom's, my dad's, and my grandpa's, and that's how I got this. It is a cucumber and watermelon salad with a miso ginger vinaigrette.
Well, Jacob is a winner to us. Fourth grader Daniel from Marcus Whitman Elementary School took home the top honors. He won first place with his fruit salad dish. After months of planning and an hours-long competition, Yakima's Eisenhower High School crowned its 2023 Mr. Ike. It's a chance for students to showcase special talents and win a $1,000 scholarship. It's also their chance to make a difference by raising money for the Children's Miracle Network. Money that goes to Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital for their neonatal intensive care unit, pediatric and labor and delivery services, and to Children's Village.
They're doing this out of the goodness of their heart to help kiddos with special health care needs. And it's just amazing to watch them grow and their passion that they have for helping.
In the past 26 years, Mr. Ike has raised $367,000 for the Children's Miracle Network, and now they've added $22,700 to the total. A Pasco business owner, along with members of his gym and others from across the Tri-Cities, took time out this weekend to clean up downtown Pasco. Pedro Torres is the owner of Movement Athletics. His gym and other volunteers walked the streets and worked to pick up trash in and around the downtown area. Torres says he wants to keep the area clean for visitors and lead by example. He says his ultimate goal is to keep this going and work with others who have businesses downtown to alternate on keeping the area nice. When we come back, are you looking for a new career? Are you into wildlife and working outside? Well, up next, we'll tell you how you can apply to be a professional bear hugger. More Good Morning Northwest right after the break.
Ben Affleck sets the record straight. Next Extra, breaking down what really happened during that awkward viral Grammy moment and how it feels to reunite with Matt on screen for their new movie Air. A real treat. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KView.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
When great food meets delivery, people just smile. Taste and See Deli in Yakima offers delicious catering that's home-cooked like family. And whether you need a dozen box lunches or 100 breakfast burritos, we've got you covered. Give us a call or stop by. Taste and See Deli.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest air quality specialist. We offer filtration products for all your commercial, industrial, and manufacturing needs. From cooling towers to industrial dust collection systems, commercial buildings, schools, hospitals, or manufacturing facilities, we have you covered. Call today and schedule your free facility site evaluation. We'll send a certified air filter specialist to your site to evaluate your filter requirements. Call or click today. Pure Filtration Products.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Watch Thursday at 9 on ABC and Cap KView, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, providing compassionate, high-quality care for over 75 years. E.T., followed by Extra, tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
Well, folks, we're going to head a little closer to home, and we're looking at right around the 50-degree mark for Ellensburg, off and on showers. And really for Ellensburg, you could see it persist into tomorrow morning. We'll, of course, keep an eye out for that. In the lovely Yakima Valley, we're in the mid-50s with off and on shower activity, very light rain there right now. In the Tri-Cities area, still seeing some showers, mid to lower 50s for the Mid-Columbia. So a little bit cooler start to your spring as we hit spring this afternoon in the 2 o'clock hour, and a little cooler along the Blues as well, mid to lower 50s. We are going to warm up before cooling down. All of your forecasts coming up later in the show.
Well, if you love the outdoors and don't mind interacting with the occasional bear, then a job may be waiting for you in New Mexico. The state's Department of Game and Fish posted a job on Facebook that says it is looking for professional bear huggers. The post includes photos showing workers cuddling baby bears. The listing says the department is looking for someone who likes to hike in strenuous conditions, has the courage to crawl into a bear den, and will trust coworkers to keep them safe during the process. Those interested have until March 30th to apply. Now, they look really cute at the moment.
Yeah, why are they going in the dens?
I guess to rescue maybe bear cubs. I
maybe
count them.
Maybe I don't know. Just I'll pass on that. I mean, maybe Mama's hibernating, which is most likely what's happening. But
I don't think I'd want to be crawling into any bear den.
No, I'll pass on that. Well, he's a man of many talents, and members of Hollywood came together last night as comedian Adam Sandler received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Conan O'Brien, Ben Stiller, Steve Buscemi, Chris Rock, and Jennifer Aniston were just some of the celebrities who spoke about Sandler and celebrated him at the Kennedy Center. Sandler, who started out on Saturday Night Live, went on to star in quite a few comedies, even some dramas. His movies have grossed more than $3 billion worldwide. The Mark Twain Prize for American Humor airs March 26th on CNN. And there's no higher honor that somebody in comedy can get.
Yeah.
I remember watching when David Letterman got his. It's a fun ceremony, so if you have a chance to watch and you're a fan of Adam Sandler, check it out.
Yeah, well, he's been in a lot, like you said.
For a quarter of a century already.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
It is. Well, another weekend, another big budget sequel hitting movie theaters. How'd the latest do? David Daniel has early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters.
You're an interesting man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania made $4.1 million for 5th place in a domestic total of $206 million. 65, the only non-sequel in the top 5, took 4th place on ticket sales of $5.8 million. Creed 3 spent its 3rd round in theaters in 3rd place, earning $15.4 million.
This isn't like any other Ghostface.
After one weekend on top, Scream 6 fell to 2nd, but made $17.5 million for a 10-day domestic total of $76 million.
The wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods opened with $30.5 million, far less than the $53.5 million debut of the 2019 original, but easily enough to top the chart. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Any of those movies on your list?
Ant-Man, I'll see eventually.
Yeah, same.
But Shazam, that will mark the end. There will be no Shazam 3 after making about half of what they made in their original opening week.
Oh,
So,
okay.
better check it out in the theater if you want to.
Yes.
All right, folks, you're going to need an umbrella if you're heading out to the theater or wherever you're headed this morning. We do have shower activity through many of our regions. All of your forecasts coming right up.
Plus, it took months of careful investigative work, an alleged catalytic converter theft ring that could stretch across several counties. The latest coming up next. And what you can do to help a Yakima family after a deadly head-on crash killed 3 family members. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Jill, it's Monday. How was your weekend?
It was great. Went to Seattle for a little bit.
Fun.
Yeah. What about you?
I just kind of relaxed. A lot of basketball on.
Yes.
And I am watching the XFL.
Oh, okay.
Football anytime is fun for me.